Imagine boarding a commercial flight, settling into your seat, and preparing for a routine journey across the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean. The hum of engines, the gentle chatter of passengers, and the flickering cabin lights create a familiar, comfortable atmosphere. Everyone expects to reach their destination safely, with nothing more than a few hours of turbulence or minor delays. But what happens when suddenly the routine is shattered? When the plane drifts into an area of the sky so remote that it feels like the edge of the world itself. This is the story of one of the most extraordinary incidents in aviation history, the loneliest flight in the world. In 2001, a commercial aircraft was flying from Auckland, New Zealand, to Santiago, Chile. It was a routine route connecting two distant lands, a journey that usually takes around 12 hours. The crew and passengers were unaware that, in a matter of hours, their flight would become a story of survival and solitude, challenging the very limits of human endurance. The incident began with a series of unforeseen events, perhaps a navigational error, a miscommunication with air traffic control, or a sudden change in weather diverted the plane off its usual course. As the pilots attempted to correct their heading, they unknowingly entered a remote part of the Pacific Ocean, an area so isolated that it rarely, if ever, hosted other aircraft. Hours passed, and the plane continued flying into what seemed like an endless blue void. The aircraft was far from any landmass or other airplanes miles above the ocean surface, with no visual cues to guide them. The vastness of the Pacific stretched in all directions, an enormous, unforgiving wilderness. For passengers and crew, this was no ordinary delay. As the hours ticked by, feelings of anxiety, helplessness, and loneliness took hold. Imagine sitting in a metal tube surrounded by nothing but sky and sea, with only the faint hum of engines as a constant reminder of your presence in this vast emptiness. Some passengers tried to stay calm, reading books or listening to music, while others stared out the window in awe of the boundless ocean, yet with a gnawing sense of vulnerability. The crew faced the daunting task of maintaining control and reassuring everyone, all while knowing they were miles away from help or rescue. This incident became a real-life test of the human psyche. Being isolated in such a vast, featureless space challenged the mental resilience of everyone on board. Some passengers experienced panic attacks. Others found a strange sense of peace amid the silence. Stories emerged of individuals confronting their fears, reflecting on life's fragility, and discovering inner strength they never knew they possessed. Psychologists have studied such extreme experiences, revealing how the mind copes with isolation. Some focus on mindfulness and hope, while others draw strength from camaraderie and shared experience. In this case, the crew's leadership and the passengers' collective resilience played crucial roles. After hours of drifting, the crew managed to reestablish contact with air traffic control. A combination of skilled navigation, luck, and precise communication allowed the pilots to correct their course. Rescue efforts were initiated, and the plane finally re-entered safer airspace. The ordeal lasted approximately 14 hours, with the aircraft miles away from any land or other aircraft. Truly the loneliest flight in history. The passengers and crew emerged exhausted, but grateful to be alive, with stories that would be told for generations. This story isn't just about an aircraft lost in the ocean. It's a profound reflection on human resilience, teamwork, and hope in the face of adversity. It teaches us that, even in the most isolating circumstances, human beings can adapt and persevere. Leadership and calm decision-making are vital in emergencies. Hope and resilience can turn despair into survival. Isolation can be a mirror for our inner strength and fears. While most of us will never face such extreme solitude in the sky, everyone encounters moments of loneliness, whether it's emotional, psychological, or situational.